Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives. So the past few days I've been on a real Vader kick. I don't listen to a shitload of death metal, but Vader definitely checks all the boxes for me of what I like from death metal. They definitely have the speed, the aggressiveness, and I guess the vocals are kind of the death metal part to these guys because I think they're more, I don't know, they have elements of thrash and speed in them for sure. Anyways, it got me thinking when I got to their latest album from 2020. Well, it got me thinking prior to that, when was the last time Vader came out with an album? So I listened to, probably everything I have from these guys. And then I finally got to their 2020 album. And I thought, you know what? It is about time for a new album. Where is it? So I kind of threw together a bit of a list of 10 bands, and we'll talk about this one in a minute again. 10 bands that I listen to out of the many, many bands that we all listen to that haven't put out an album for a while. So I got 5 bands here that it's 4 years, and I think I got 4 at 5 years, and then I got 1 at 6 years. So these are all bands that I enjoy, some more high profile than others. Some you might not even know, or some you just have bits and pieces from. And even in this case, I'm missing a few of these bands' discography. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to throw together a quick list, show you the band, talk about their latest album, and tell you that, hey, it is time. You are due for a new album. I really do look forward to new music from any band that I listen to. And I do know that it's not like the old days where they're banging out an album every year. Excuse me. In this day and age, they make their money off of touring and, t-shirt sales, things like that. Not a lot of people are buying, physical media. There's still a nice group of us that love it and wouldn't have it any other way. So I just randomly put these in a pile, but we will start with Vader. Like I said, Polish death metal band, probably one of maybe 5 or 6 death metal bands that I listen to. But so this is their latest album from 2020 called Solitudes in Madness. Now, if you know the band, please throw down in the comments your favorites. I am personally missing, I think 4 or 5 albums still from Vader, and they're definitely on my list to start picking them off because, like I said, these guys check all the boxes for me. Through their discography, they've probably barely, maybe one time, broke the 40-minute mark on an album. They're usually right around 31 to 38 minutes, just perfect. And that is Solitudes in Madness. So this is a 2020 Nuclear Blast release. Like I said, death metal band from Poland, and they're just awesome band. Would love to see these guys live. But anyways, a couple of tracks to check on here if you'd like. For sure, Emptiness, what a great track that is. Shock and Awe, Into Oblivion, and the final track on the album called Bones. There's many great Vader albums, but if you're new to the band, or if you, like I've said before, just kind of dabble in death metal, these guys, they're easier on the ears than some of the, more harsher death metal where the vocals are, you can't decipher anything, and a lot of people don't care if they can decipher a vocal, no big deal. But yeah, so Vader 2020, definitely due for a new album. In the background, I'm playing Onslaught. So did I mention Vader 12 studio albums have been around since 1992. Onslaught, only 7 studio albums. They've been around they've been around since about 1985, but there was a big gap, probably almost a 20-year gap. I think 89 till probably around 06, 07, so about 18 years. But this is their latest album from 2020. So this is the first to feature Dave Garnett on vocals. Took over for Cy Keeler. You still have Nige Rocket in the band. He's kind of the principal player for sure. But Dave Garnett, killer job. I absolutely love this album from 2020. Again, right in that groove of, 38 minutes of just non-stop. If you don't know this album, go check it out. This is Onslaught, Generation Antichrist. A friend of mine kindly sent me the vinyl copy that I'm playing in the background. So let me know if you know anything from Onslaught. I'm sure you do from back in the day. Steve Grimmett was on one of their albums. And of course, their main vocalist, Cy Keeler. You got some great albums to check out from Onslaught, but definitely due for another one. And I'm hoping, any of these 10 that I'm mentioning today should be, hopefully, probably 8 out of 10 of these should be coming out in 2024. Now, this one is the longest gap. This is going on a 6-year gap for Sweden's Bullet. Bullet is, now, how would I describe these guys? This album actually would, for me, well, let's go back to some of their earlier stuff, because they do have a bit of an AC/DC vibe. But their vocalist, which I think his name is Dag, or I think they call him Dag Hoffer, I think that's what his name is. His vocals are, put it this way, if Udo Dirk-Snyder and Brian Johnson had a baby, that would be these vocals. They're absolutely, I love them. They're gritty. And check out a track from this album. By the way, this is called Dust to Gold. Go check out the song Ain't Enough or Fuel the Fire, and check out those vocals and tell me you don't hear a mixture of Brian Johnson and Udo Dirk-Snyder. It's so fitting. With their earlier stuff having an AC/DC vibe, this one, I actually pick up a lot of vibe of Accept, Metal Heart, and specifically that album in a lot of these tracks. But so this is a 2018 release, SPV Steamhammer. So they've had a live album after this, I think 2019 or 2020, I think 2019, but they're definitely due for a new one. This is a superb album. If you go back to 2018, that would be definitely high up on my list for sure. So yeah, check out for sure. Here's 3 tracks: Speed and Attack, but for sure check out Ain't Enough or Fuel the Fire. Let me know, or if you already know Bullet from Sweden, let me know about that in the comments. And not just these 10 bands, what are you looking forward to? Let me know. This is how I discover new music. Now, out of every 10 recommendations to me, one might stick, a couple I'll go back to later, and probably the same for you too. We can't listen to everything all the time, and we certainly can't like everything. And some albums or bands just catch us at the right time, if you know what I mean. So next up on the list is another band from Sweden that I absolutely love. This is Ram. They've been around since 2005, and I'm giving you years of recording, not when they formed and things like that. 6 studio albums altogether, but this is their latest from 2019. Let me just take it out of there. A bit of a glare here. This is their 2019 album released on Metal Blade called The Throne Within. Not my favorite from them, but it is a very good album. It would be out of the 6 that they have released, I would say probably a top 3 album for sure. These guys are more traditional, just traditional metal. They have the Judas Priest and Iron Maiden influences, but they have their own identity, put it that way. I don't want to just say they're copycats, because that would be complete bullshit. They have their own identity, and they do a good job of just traditional metal. Out of those 6 albums, there's tons to check out, but as far as this one goes, so definitely due for a new album. They've been on Metal Blade here for quite a few years now. Now, the track listing on there is just almost, you can't read it. So let me just read in here. Fang and Fur, I love that track. Awesome. Check out another track called The Trap. And where are we here? Is it Spirit? Yes, I think it's right here. Spirit Reaper. Check that track out too. So 2019. So we're going on 5 years. So Ram is definitely due for a new album. And a couple of these are not, like I said, they're not super high profile bands, but definitely really good bands and bands that I look forward to. This one, more of a high profile German thrash band, one of the big four, and one of my very favorites. This is Sodom. This is their latest studio album from 2020, so 4 years. So we're getting up there, 4 years. If they don't come up with one, with an album here in 2024, I wouldn't be surprised, maybe early 2025, but this is Genesis 19. Killer album from these guys right here, and this is their current lineup, because you got Frank Blackfire in the band too. He's been there for this is his only studio album that he's back in the band now, so still in the band to this day, or right now. But yeah, what sticks out on this, well, besides this fantastic artwork on this album, is the production. The production is just, I don't know, it's just perfect. It's not so over processed. It's got a loose vibe to it. Check it out. Or if you know this album, let me know in the comments your thoughts on it. But great album from Sodom. A couple of tracks to check out. My favorite track on here is called Glock and Roll. And a couple other ones. Blind Superstition, the opening track. What else we got here? Friendly Fire, another great track, or Sodom and Gomorrah. So Sodom, definitely due for a new one this year, as well as another band from their latest album did come out in 2019, and that is Death Angel with Humanicide. Man, I love the colors on this. This is the third of the trilogy with these dogs on it, and in between two of these and this album was The Evil Divide, which is absolutely one of my favorite Death Angel albums. But this one, good album too. I'm hoping what Death Angel will come out with, and a lot of these bands, and we've all talked about some of these legacy acts kind of falling into just no, I'm not going to say a rut, because it's still good to me, and that's what I think anyways. But just a lot of sameness. I just wish they would, kind of throw it back a little bit, even to an album like The Art of Dying, which was just actually a very good album. And that one has really grown on me more and more over the years, because when you get 4 consecutive albums that you could, you could throw them in a blender and just shoot out 10 songs, 10 songs, 10 songs, 10 songs, and not miss a beat, if you know what I mean. And again, not that it's pure shit. It's just, change it up a little bit. But so Death Angel, due for a new one for sure. So we're going on 5 years. And here is another one of my favorite bands. I guess you could say I got a lot of favorite bands, but this is 2020's release from Armored Saint, which I am showing you this, and I put it on my list today, but I pretty much know in my heart and what I've read that these guys are every 5 years, and that was confirmed when they re-signed with Metal Blade Records for another album, which they pretty much said due out in 2025, which that's kind of their groove they've been on. They released 2020, 2015, 2010, 2025, so every 5 years, but this is their latest release from 2020. This one got a little bit lost in the shuffle with COVID and all that crap. This is Punching the Sky, but I know a lot of you have mentioned in the comments that you've seen Armored Saint either lately, they're touring with Queensryche, or you saw them last year or last year and a half with Wasp. And I'd love to see these guys. I have never seen Armored Saint live. I am a big John Bush fan for sure. But yeah, if you haven't checked out this album, it's really good. It's probably the best of their last 3. And I would say go check out, where are we here? favorite track on here is called Missile to Gun. Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, another great song. End of the Attention Span, another good one to check out. But there's 3 tracks to check out. And like I said, if you know some of these albums, and obviously you probably know some of these bands that I'm showing, let me know in the comments, and let me know what I'm missing out on of what you're looking forward to. All right, these next 2 are kind of connected. Actually, I'll save those for last. Another thrash band. I would say this thrash band goes in my German Big 6, I would say. So you already know the German Big 4, but I would also add on the other band, Accuser, and I would add Exumer. Now, a lot of you might know Exumer from way back in the day, from Possessed by Fire, which came out in 1986. Fantastic thrash album. And then Rising from the Sea, that came out in 87. And then poof, they disappear till 2012. And since 2012, they've had 3 studio albums out. This one actually came out in 2019. This is called Hostile Defiance. Well worth checking out. This whole band is well worth checking out, even if you want to go all the way back to 86 to Possessed by Fire, which I did not know a lot of like a band like that, or even a band like Onslaught. What was their what's their album here? The Force. I wish I'd known that in this album in 1986, because I would hold it even in higher regard than I already do. But this one is well worth checking out. This is their latest, like I said, from 2019 on Metal Blade. So Exumer, definitely due for a new album. As far as I know, they're still on Metal Blade. And let me give you a couple of tracks off of this one. So all in all, these guys only have 5 studio albums, like a big gap. So, but they seem to be still active. Check out the title track, Hostile Defiance. My favorite track on this album is called Dust Eater. And also check out a song called Raptor or Carnage Rider. Another good one. Just, yeah, if you like your thrash, I think you may like Exumer. Especially if you like that German thrash like Sodom, Creator, Tankard, Destruction. Yeah, definitely check out Exumer, or if you know Exumer, let me know. Okay, and the last 2 today are connected. I had said on one of my videos that I picked up tickets to go see Testament and Creator co-headlining. I live here in Canada, and we finally got some Canadian dates, 7 actually, and 1 is near me, within about a 5-hour drive, which is acceptable. I wouldn't want to do that all the time, but I've never seen Creator live, so I need to cross that off the old box. And to have Creator, Testament, and Possessed would be awesome. So Creator-wise, you're not going to see a new Creator album till probably late 2025. That's pretty much where they're at. But you should, hopefully, fingers crossed, that you will see a new Testament album and a new Possessed album, hopefully by that show. But I think by the end of the year would be a little more likely. But so here is 4 years Testament, which we pretty much know Testament is on that kind of 4-year cycle. And I don't know, we'll hopefully this year, but we're already in May, so they're going to really move their ass. But this is their album from 2020 called Titans of Creation. Now, this would be my second favorite of the modern, I shouldn't say modern, or the reunited Testament since 2008. Formation of Damnation, number 1 for sure. And then you got Dark Roots of Earth and Brotherhood of the Snake. And then this one. But this would be my second favorite, just right, well, a little ways behind Formation, because Formation is pretty damn good. But this one has more variety on it to me. I really enjoy songs like Dream Deceiver and City of Angels. That is just superb. And then you got another great song, Symptoms, which is written by Alex Skolnick. And just everybody shines on this album. I think it's fantastic. So due for a new one, and hopefully before I get to go see that September show. And then we'll wrap this one up with another one I've been hoping for and due for another one is Possessed Revelations of Oblivion. 5 years now since this came out in 2019. This was actually my album of the year from 2019. Just edged out Overkill's The Wings of War. But yeah, this is just, to me, this is lightning in a bottle. This is just top to bottom, heavy, aggressive, harsh vocals, but understandable vocals. You know, Jeff Becerra, he sounds wicked on this. I mean, this is, if you had to sum up this album, it's wicked. It's just absolutely wicked. One of my favorite songs on here is called Demon. Just heavy. No More Room in Hell, another one to check out. And is it Omen or Ritual? One of them really sounds like the opening of Megadeth's off of Peace Cells, I think. I think Bad Omen, maybe? Yeah. Anyways, little off track there. So hoping for a new one from Possessed. And I believe they're still on Nuclear Blast too. So there's 10 bands that they need an album out right now. As far as I'm concerned, like I said, I look really forward to new music. I do understand that the days of one album every 2 years. I mean, unless you're Overkill or some of these other bands who bang out an album every 2 years, that's cool. I will buy it anyways. But yeah, you know, the touring is where they're trying to make some money. Even all these streaming services, they make pennies off of that stuff. Especially, you know, in the metal category. They're not as popular as we think they are or would hope they are. But anyways, looking forward to new albums from these 10 bands. Let me know in the comments the bands that you're looking forward to a new album from, and hopefully in 2024. Hope you enjoyed that one. Until next time, stay heavy.